Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that Texas.
What's it up, baby? Y'all didn't know what it is. That big bounce house, bounced out, K poked through the door, hit the top of this box. So, I'm sleepy. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm very tired. So, I'm gonna try to, make this video live up to standard. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all bear with me. I was up late. Truthfully, I was up late because for no reason. I just was up. I couldn't sleep. So I ain't go to bed till like 2 in the morning. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all bear with me. Remember, tough times don't last. Good people do. Have yourself kind of minute if I remember you matter. Now peep game, peep game, peep game, peep game. This video is going to be called The Disrespect of Errol Spence Jr. And the reason why it's going to be called that is because I made a video talking about Errol Spence versus Sebastian Fundora yesterday. And of course, the Bud Buddies were upset about it. What I don't understand is why are you upset? I don't understand. They're upset at Errol Spence for no reason. Like, and for the Bud Buddies, I'm just talking about for the Bud Buddies because they're the only ones that was complaining about it. For the Bud Buddies, Terrence Crawford is fighting Madrimov. What's the problem? He fighting for a belt. I don't understand what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Errol Spence is fighting Fundora, right? On paper. Well, verbal agreement. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? They ain't signed nothing. Ain't nothing signed, nothing. They just had a verbal agreement. That's it. They just sat there and said, look, hey, we'll agree to fight each other on this said time, or this said season, you know what I mean? Which is the fall, we gonna fight each other. Okay, cool. Right? That's all right. So I'm just trying to figure out like what the issue is. Crawford got his fight August 3rd. Errol got his fight. I'm gonna tell you what I feel like the problem is. See, when Errol Spence took that loss to Terrence Crawford, they thought it was over. And it may very well be over for him. If he fight, this is not an easy fight. I've said that. And that's the thing, my last video, I've said that. You didn't hear me say, oh man, Errol Spence gonna stop Sebastian Fundora. You didn't hear me say that. You didn't hear me say nothing like that. You didn't hear me say Errol Spence is I ain't say nothing like that. I say Errol Spence is a Hall of Fame fighter because nobody has done what he's done. You know what I'm saying? Has fought the caliber of fighters that he's fought. You know what I'm talking about? We got to keep it 1,000. You know what I mean? In his run at 147, and he's still trying to continue that run at 154. He ain't doing no tune-ups. This man finna go straight into a tough fight with Sebastian Fundora. You understand that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got nothing but respect for that man for fighting that type of fight. Now, is it smart? No. I'm going to sit here and keep it 1,000. It's not smart. But, hey, Errol Spence ain't running from no smoke. That's his mentality. He believed that, hey, I'm a top fighter. When you the best, you fight the best fights. And look what he doing. He goes straight to 54 and give me Sebastian Fundora. You know what I'm talking about? If Tim Tszyu was still champion, he would have been like, give me Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? That would have been I ain't gonna lie. I would like that fight a lot. I ain't gonna lie. That fight, Tim Tszyu versus Errol Spence, I don't know who win that fight, but that would be action-packed. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tszyu a dog, Errol a dog, like, that'll be action-packed. I like that. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day, like, what is there to be mad about? What is there to be upset about? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford's fighting Madrimov, right? It's actually good for the division because you weed out all the ifs and fifths. What you mean, boss? If Errol Spence beats Fundora, he becomes a champion. Terrence Crawford, we already know he gonna beat Madrimov. It is what it is. We already know. Ain't no other slice of the dice. Y'all can sit here and try to, game plan. I'm telling you right now, that fight right there. I'm sorry. It's not competitive, bro. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't care what nobody say. Now, Madrimov does have a puncher's chance. Crawford is coming up to 54. Madrimov is a power puncher, but I'm telling you, Crawford gonna stop that boy in 3, maybe 4 rounds. It's going to be quick. I'm telling you this. It's not going to take that long. They might as well just get a belt to Terrence Crawford, because that's how easy that fight is. I got to keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm joking. What I'm saying is, truthfully, I'll pick a Terrence Crawford to win that fight. He's going to stop Madrimov. It's not even a contest. And truthfully, I've stood on this. That's not a main event fight. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not. I would have moved Virgil Ortiz to Tim Tszyu to a main event and said, Crawford, you're going to be the co-main event. That's just what it is. I would have did it like that. That's not a main event fight. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes trying to hype up Madrimov, and Madrimov is not good, bro. I watched. He's not good. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. I think that what we need to understand is that Terrence Crawford is a great fighter, right? He's a great fighter. Errol Spence is a great fighter. Them going their own paths, their own ways, you know what I mean? It's good for boxing. I don't care if Terrence Crawford become undisputed at 154. It's good for boxing. It's good for boxing. You notice the difference to the things I say? When you sit there and say, hey, I'm a fan of boxing, you support every fighter. You don't support one fighter. You don't sit there and say, oh, Errol Spence is not a Hall of Famer. You don't sit there and say, oh, Errol Spence sucks. His resume sucks. Everything about him sucks. But then try to say, oh, I'm a fan of boxing. You're not a fan of boxing. You're a fan of Terrence Crawford. And I'm telling you, I keep telling y'all bud buddies, I'm a body bag and toe tag all of you. I promise you. 2024, I'm finna be like the summer in Houston. I'ma suffocate you. I'ma make it my due diligence. I'm finna get proactive than a mug. Right? Because when I was looking for y'all was nowhere to be found. I backed off. That's when y'all want to start coming back around. So now I'm on your head. Pause, no diddy. I'm finna be looking for every last one of y'all. So be ready, right? Because I'm going to body bag and toe tag, and I'm not talking about killing people, okay? Let me just say this. We're talking about in the debate of boxing, okay? You got to explain that 2024, because, people take that, then they going to tell on you. Now you got the police knocking on your door. They talking about some, all right, you said you was going to kill somebody. I'm like, I didn't say that. You know what? So let's just keep it a thou wow. You feel me? Right? All that emotional stuff, throw it in the trash. If you want to talk boxing, cool. I'm all for everybody having their own opinion. But when you come onto this boxing thing and you get emotional and you spread false information, I'ma cook you, bro. That's just what it is. And the most delusional, emotional fan base is the Bud Buddies. Not the Terrence Crawford fans. Because I'm a Terrence Crawford fan. I've been a Terrence Crawford fan. I just picked Errol Spence. I thought Errol Spence would be able to beat Terrence Crawford. I was wrong. Terrence Crawford showed me, hey, you know what I'm talking about. Cool. But I want y'all to pay attention, because I'm going to do a video and I'm going to expose every comment that a Bud Buddy and everything that a Bud Buddy has said. I want you to pay attention to these so-called boxing fans. These dudes that they claim that are boxing fans, but then downplay another fighter. When you're a boxing fan, you're a fan of boxing, you stick to facts. Everything I say can be proven. It's not an opinionated thing, right? Everything I say can be proven as a fact. That's just what it is when it pertains to me when I talk boxing. And if it is, and if I say something that's going to be opinion, I'm going to let you know it's an opinion. But 9 times out of 10, I stick to stuff that can be proven, not stuff that I need to, that stuff that I claim is facts. No, I don't put my emotions into nothing. No, if somebody sit there and tell me, hey, Errol Spence is not making smart decisions when it pertains to his matchups, he needs to, fight tune-ups, I'll agree with that. hey, Errol Spence, you need to pay Derek James, I agree with that. I don't ignore nothing when it comes to any fighter. The Bud Buddies will sit there and know Terrence Crawford lying, and he'll tell you, oh, I'm not lying, and they'll run with that narrative. Just like they trying to run with that narrative that Terrence Crawford, Boots is ducking Terrence Crawford. And I don't understand why every fighter, or these fans, sit there and try to say that, he's ducking Crawford. What is Crawford doing that's making people duck him? When has he KO'd somebody? KO'd. It's been a long time. He TKO people, yeah, he'll do that real quick. Real quick. But when has he slept somebody, like sleep, like Javante Tank Davis, like on-demand power? Nah, he ain't did that. So what is fearful about Crawford? I'm just trying to figure out. I don't see what's fearful about him. These are boxers, right? I've boxed before. You know what I'm saying? I've competed. I don't believe no fighter is afraid of no fighter. I just don't. But y'all want to create certain narratives because y'all want y'all superhero in your mind, your superhero, to be invincible. Man, miss me with all that foolishness. When it come down to all this other stuff, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody running for no Crawford. You know what I mean? And like I said before, if Errol Spence beats Fundura, which is a long shot, you know what I'm saying? But he got a chance. I said it's a 50-50 fight. He beats Fundura, I believe they setting that matchup again at 54. You know what I mean? How that performance goes, how that fight goes, I don't know. On one hand, I'm like, okay, Terrence Crawford will win the fight. You know what I mean? I think he'll win the fight. Most people say, oh, the same thing gonna happen. I could say the same thing as far as Terrence Crawford winning the fight, right? But as far as him stopping Errol, I don't see that at 54. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I can see ways that he could win. You know, he get his hand raised, but I don't see a stoppage at 154 pounds. You know what I mean? You know, I see he can win. You know, Errol, to beat Crawford, he gonna have to do soul searching too. He gonna have to figure some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? But Errol gonna have to get active. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another knock on him, is he not really be active like that. He'll fight one time and then be chilling. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta up that fight rate. He gotta fight more and more. He gotta keep fighting. Fight, keep fighting. You know what I mean? And if he's able to do that, I believe that you'll get a sharper Errol Spence. But like I said, all depends on where Errol Spence head in his heart at. But all this hate for Errol Spence, I don't understand it. Terrence Crawford fighting for a belt. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.